Good morning, Algebra. It's Monday, May 11th, 2020. The topic, again, is recursive sequences. I want you to see different types. This week you're going to be doing Regents problems, and you have to recognize that it's recursive, and you need to see all the possibilities of the multiple choice questions they could give you. Okay, so the first one, we're going to do a recursive sequence. We're going to use the before a sub n and the after a sub n plus 1. So pause it and try it yourself first. All right, you're back. So the after is going to be by itself because you're going to do something to the before to get the after. So the after is a sub n plus 1 equals, all right? Then you always think like a third grader or second grader with this. You take the before, and what do you notice is happening? So when this is before, how do you get to the after? You subtract 3. This is before, how do you get to the after? You subtract 3. So you take the before and you subtract 3 and you get the after. And then you could write start at, don't forget this part, a sub 1 equals 23. And that's it for that one. Okay, let's go to number 2. All right, here, I'm going to just show you the whole page so you can get your notes set up. Forgot to do that. Do that now. Pause and do it. Okay, you're back. Number 2. So we're using a sub n minus 1 as the before, and the after is a sub n. So you put a sub n by itself on one side equals. You're taking the before, which is a sub n minus 1, and what are you doing to it? You're adding 2 to get to the one that comes after. Start at a sub 1 equals 40. And that's it. Okay. All right, now let's look at this one. Pause and do it. All right, so my after is a of n plus 1. This is a function. The function is a, function a. That's your after, so it's a of. So that's a sub n plus 1. This is a of n plus 1 equals a of n, that's your before. And what are you doing to it? You're multiplying by 2 each time. So you would put times 2, start at a sub 1 equals 10. And that would be your answer to that. Okay. All right, let's look at number 4. Pause and do 4. Again, you're back. This is function notation. This is f of n minus 1. The after is by itself, so f of n equals f of n minus 1. And what are you doing? Don't ever think division. You think multiplying. What fraction are you multiplying by? If you're dividing by 3, you would be multiplying by a third. If you're dividing by 5, you'd be multiplying by 1/5. So you're multiplying by 1/3. Start at a sub 1 equals 27. Okay, so for this one, I want to also do an explicit because I want you to see the difference. What's going to happen in multiple choice questions? You have to know, is this explicit or is this recursive? Now that sounds easy when you're making them, but when you're looking at 2 of them, you may get confused. So we're going to do an explicit using function notation. All right, explicit using function. So this is geometric, so let's make a little note for ourselves. All right, it's geometric, and let's talk about the formula. Would normally be a sub n equals a sub 1 times the common ratio to the n minus 1. All right, but they're using f of n, so we're going to, instead of a sub n, we're going to use f of n. All right, and so this would be, if you translate it, this would be f of n equals f of 1 times r to the n minus 1. So that would be f of 1, meaning plug in 1. This is a sub 1, meaning plug in 1. All right, so now let's plug in. So f of n would equal, the first term is 27 Our common ratio is 1/3 because that's what you keep multiplying by to the n minus 1. All right, and now I want you to look and see the difference between this one and this one. Excuse me. Okay, notice there's no before or after. There's only one of them on this side. There's not one on the other. This is how you know this is explicit. All right, and do your classwork.